What up, body bags? BDG reviews here. We're back with another label week. This week we're doing Arrow video. So what I'm covering is Bride of Reanimator. Like the last time I did this, I'm going to focus more on the company itself and the edition than the movie itself. By now, you know, everyone's seen Bride of Reanimator. It's awesome. Leave it at that. So this is the limited edition Blu-ray, as you can see. One thing I love about Arrow is Arrow go all out with their releases, especially for titles that you wouldn't think. Like, honestly, I never thought that you'd get... How many discs is this? 3-disc collector's edition of Bride of Reanimator. You know, and not only do you get, like, you know, the standard book and, like, I think it's like a... Yeah, hello. It's like a lobby card type thing. You also get, you know, the kick-ass case and everything. This one is actually a bit weird because this is quite a soft case, where usually they do quite, you know, hard cases. But you also got this, which is a comic book. And this is like full, like, graphic novel length comic book, A Bride of Reanimator. Really cool stuff, and it's just really awesome when you get an edition like this. And Arrow as a company never fail to... Amaze isn't the right word. I've come to the conclusion now, if a movie is released, like, say, on Scream Factory, and over in the UK it's got an Arrow release, 9 out of 10 times I'll buy the Arrow release, because it just tends to be a better release. And honestly, they're not the cheapest. They're not the cheapest at all. But when you're paying, like, a premium price, you expect a premium product. And with Arrow, you get a premium product. Whereas unlike some other companies, Scream Factory for one, you know, you can be paying the same price as you're paying for something from Arrow, and you're getting a movie with, like, maybe a commentary and a few special features, and that's kind of it. Where with Arrow you get, like, a kick-ass box and everything. They just seem to be more focused on putting out a quality product than a lot of companies are. And I really appreciate that. You know, Arrow as a company, for me, is like 10 out of 10. They're one of my favorite physical media companies. I'll say right now, my favorite one is Unearthed. My second favorite would be Arrow. And honestly, their choice of movies is great. They choose some stuff and you're like, you have, like, no clue, like why would they pick this? But then they do such a great job on it, you know, it is what it is. All in all, their releases usually have really solid prints. There's some exceptions. I mean, I haven't actually got around to watching it, but I've heard The Last House on the Left is a little iffy, but they've made up for that fact by loading it with you know, alternate cuts and everything. So you always get your money's worth with an Arrow release. And I've never been disappointed with it. So yeah. Arrow as a whole, 10 out of 10. This particular release, it's like a 9 out of 10. Simply because Bride of Reanimator isn't as good as Reanimator. That's it. But yeah, 9 out of 10. For the release, 10 out of 10 for the company. Great stuff. See you next week.